right, so we're diving into something I know you're really interested in.
Yeah.
AI for a sustainable future.
Mm-hmm.
And you sent over some really fascinating articles about this Global Open Data and AI Summit happening in 2025.
Right.
And I got to say, the stuff they're highlighting is really inspiring.
Yeah.
This isn't just about tech for tech's sake. It's
Right.
about real solutions for, helping the planet.
Yeah. I think what's exciting is we're seeing AI move beyond just like the theory and the hype and really into practical applications
Yeah.
that can directly benefit the environment.
Okay, so let's jump right in.
Okay.
One of the things that really stood out to me was AI's potential to kind of revolutionize renewable energy.
Uh-huh.
So you think about it, AI analyzing, massive data sets of weather information
Yeah.
and being able to predict, exactly when and where the sun's going to shine or the wind's going to blow.
Yeah, it's like giving renewable energy sources a boost of reliability.
Okay.
Because right now, that's one of the biggest criticisms is that, the sun's not always shining, the wind's not always blowing, so how can we rely on these sources?
Right.
But imagine if AI is working behind the scenes to kind of fine-tune that energy distribution,
Okay.
drawing on solar power when the sun is blazing, and then seamlessly switching to wind energy when the breeze picks up.
Hold on. So does that mean AI could actually help lower my energy bills?
Yeah, potentially.
Because that would be amazing.
Yeah, so by optimizing the energy grid,
Right.
making renewables more dependable,
Mm-hmm.
AI could potentially shave, 15% or more off your energy bill.
Wow.
And then obviously on a larger scale, that translates to a massive reduction in our reliance on fossil fuels.
That's incredible.
Mhm.
Okay, so another area that really kind of blew me away was AI being used for environmental monitoring.
Uh-huh.
So this idea of AI analyzing data from satellites, drones, and sensors to give us like a real-time picture of the planet's health.
Yes.
It's like having a super-powered guardian watching over our ecosystem.
It is. And we're talking about AI that can detect deforestation happening in remote rainforests,
Wow.
track the movements of endangered species,
Okay.
monitor pollution levels in our cities, all in real time.
So instead of reacting after the fact, we can kind of get ahead of the curve
Yes.
and be proactive about protecting the planet.
Exactly.
So, but let's shift gears a little bit. You mentioned in your notes this concern about climate change.
Right.
It's such a complex issue.
It is.
But can AI actually help us, understand and address something that massive?
Absolutely. And I think that's where AI-powered climate modeling is emerging as a real game changer.
Okay.
Because AI can analyze these enormous data sets
Yeah.
and help us create incredibly accurate climate models that can predict things like temperature changes, rainfall patterns, and even extreme weather events.
So it's like having a crystal ball that can show us, what the future might hold for our climate.
In a way, yeah. And that information is crucial for everything from designing, resilient infrastructure to developing effective strategies for dealing with the impacts of climate change.
Right. So if we know what's coming, we can better prepare for it.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's talk about something a little closer to home food.
Okay.
We all need to eat, but agriculture can be pretty tough on the environment.
It can be, yeah.
Can AI help us produce food more sustainably?
Yeah. This is a critical area where AI can make a real difference. Have you ever heard of precision farming?
I've seen that term, but I'm not entirely sure what it means.
Okay, so think of it as giving farmers a high-tech toolkit
Okay.
where AI is providing them with personalized advice on how to best manage their crops.
Uh-huh.
So AI can analyze data on everything from soil conditions and weather patterns
Wow.
to crop health and even market trends.
So it's like having an AI-powered farming assistant.
Yeah, like a really smart assistant.
Right.
That helps farmers make smarter decisions every step of the way. And by optimizing things like irrigation and fertilizer use,
Mm-hmm.
AI can help farmers boost yields while minimizing their environmental impact.
Okay.
And it can even help reduce food waste by predicting harvests more accurately.
Now that's what I call a win-win.
Right.
More food with less environmental impact, that's a future I can get behind.
I agree. And we're just getting started.
Yeah.
AI has the potential to revolutionize how we manage waste, conserve precious resources like water, and even transform our cities into more sustainable and livable spaces.
All right, so we've talked about how AI can help us with clean energy protecting ecosystems, understanding climate change, and even growing food more sustainably.
Right.
But what about the issue of waste?
Uh-huh.
You specifically mentioned this as an area of interest.
Yeah, waste is a massive global challenge.
Uh-huh.
But I think AI can help us manage it much more effectively.
Okay.
So think about AI-powered waste sorting systems.
Okay.
These systems use advanced sensors and algorithms to identify different types of materials with incredible accuracy.
Wait, so you're telling me AI can actually tell the difference between a plastic bottle and a tin can?
And beyond that,
Oh, wow.
these AI-powered systems are becoming so sophisticated that they can distinguish between different types of plastics, paper metals, and more,
Wow.
even if they're mixed together.
So instead of ending up in landfills, more waste can be properly recycled thanks to AI.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's huge.
And beyond sorting, AI can also optimize waste collection routes,
Okay.
making the whole process more efficient and less energy intensive.
So streamlining the whole system.
Exactly.
I never thought I'd get so excited about garbage collection.
It's important, though.
But here we are. All right, so you also mentioned concerns about water scarcity in your notes.
Yeah.
It's a growing problem, and I'm curious to know how AI can help us address it.
So water is becoming increasingly precious,
Right.
and I think AI can play a vital role in helping us conserve this essential resource.
Okay.
So imagine a world where AI-powered systems are monitoring water usage in real time, detecting leaks before they become major problems, and optimizing irrigation systems to minimize waste.
So it's like having an AI water guardian making sure every drop is used responsibly?
I like that analogy. And it's not just a futuristic vision.
Right.
These AI-powered water management solutions are already being implemented in cities around the world.
That's encouraging to hear. Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and talk about transportation.
Okay.
Now, you mentioned in your notes that you rely on your car quite a bit for your daily commute.
I do, yeah.
I have to admit, I do too.
Uh-huh.
It's convenient, but it's also a major source of pollution.
It is.
So can AI help us make our commutes greener?
Yeah, so transportation is a significant contributor to carbon emissions.
Uh-huh.
But AI can help us make it much more sustainable.
Okay.
So one area where AI is already making a difference is in optimizing traffic flow in cities.
Okay.
Think about AI-powered systems that analyze data from traffic cameras, GPS devices, and even social media
Wow.
to predict and manage congestion in real time.
So it's like having an AI traffic conductor, keeping everything moving smoothly,
Yeah, keeping those cars flowing instead of idling in traffic.
reducing those frustrating traffic jams.
Exactly. And it not only makes our commute smoother,
Yeah,
it also reduces emissions.
that's a double win.
Yeah,
But what about those of us who rely on public transportation?
right.
Can AI do anything to improve that experience?
Absolutely.
Okay.
AI is being used to enhance public transportation in so many ways.
Okay.
Think about apps that use AI to provide real-time information on bus and train schedules, optimize routes, and even predict crowding levels so you can avoid those packed rush hour trains.
So AI can help us make smarter choices about how and when we use public transportation.
Exactly.
Making it a more appealing option.
Hopefully, yeah.
I love that. Okay, so let's zoom out for a moment and think about the big picture.
Okay.
You also expressed interest in the idea of sustainable cities.
Oh.
With cities growing rapidly all over the world, how can AI help us design and manage them in a way that's good for both people and the planet?
So urban sustainability is a major focus for AI innovation these days.
Okay.
Think about AI-powered smart city initiatives that use data to optimize resources, use, improve energy efficiency in buildings, and even create greener public spaces.
So AI can help us design smarter, more sustainable cities from the ground up.
That's the idea.
That's fascinating, but I have to admit, I'm a little overwhelmed by all this information.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It seems like AI has the potential to touch every aspect of our lives.
It does. The possibilities are vast, but that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah.
AI is a powerful tool that can help us address some of the most complex challenges of our time.
Well, I'm definitely starting to see that now.
Yeah.
So we've laid the groundwork here, exploring all these amazing ways AI can contribute to a more sustainable future.
We have.
But now I'm craving some concrete examples.
Okay.
You know, real-world stories that show how this is actually playing out.
Let's do it. You're in luck because there's so many inspiring examples to dive into.
Okay.
Let's start with renewable energy.
Okay.
Remember how we discussed AI optimizing solar and wind power?
Yeah.
Well, Xcel Energy, a major utility company, is using AI to predict wind patterns with incredible accuracy.
Okay.
This lets them adjust their energy output in real time,
Uh-huh.
ensuring a steady flow of electricity, even when the wind is fickle.
So no more worries about the wind dying down and causing a blackout. just as you're about to binge your favorite show.
Exactly.
Okay, that's reassuring.
And it gets even more impressive.
Okay.
Over in California, Google is using AI to manage the energy consumption of its massive data centers.
Oh, wow. Those things must use a ton of energy.
Right? Think about the energy those things must guzzle.
Yeah.
But their AI system analyzes data on weather energy prices and even the data center's workload,
Okay.
shifting energy used to times when renewable sources are most abundant.
So like when it's really sunny out?
Exactly, like during sunny days.
So they're basically using AI to make sure they're always using the greenest energy possible.
Yeah, it's like they built an AI sustainability brain for their data centers.
I like that.
And this kind of AI optimization isn't limited to tech giants.
Okay.
These days, even smart home devices use AI to learn your energy habits,
Uh-huh.
automatically adjusting things like lighting and temperature to save energy.
So it saves you money and helps the environment.
You got to put some money back in your pocket and shrinks your carbon footprint.
I like it. What about environmental monitoring? Any awe-inspiring stories there?
Definitely, there's this incredible organization called Rainforest Connection
Oh.
that's using AI to protect rainforests from illegal logging.
Okay.
They place these solar-powered audio sensors up in the rainforest canopy.
Okay.
And these sensors are listening for the sounds of chainsaws and logging trucks.
Wait, the AI is listening for the sounds of deforestation?
Isn't that amazing?
That's so cool.
AI analyzes those sounds in real time and can alert authorities to illegal logging activity as it's happening,
So they can stop them right away.
allowing for a swift response.
Wow.
And they've already had remarkable success in places like Indonesia and the Amazon rainforest,
That's awesome.
literally catching illegal loggers red-handed.
It's like giving the rainforest a voice.
I like that.
A very loud one at that thing.
I am.
Speaking of giving a voice to those who can't speak for themselves, I read that AI is also being used to monitor and protect endangered species. How does that work?
There's this fascinating project called Wild Me
Okay.
that's using AI to identify individual animals from photos
Uh-huh.
taken by camera traps hidden in the wild.
Oh, so it's like giving each animal its own unique ID card.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And this technology helps researchers track animal populations, understand their movements, and develop more effective conservation strategies.
That must be a ton of data to sift through.
It is a mountain of data.
How do they even begin to make sense of it all?
That's where AI truly shines. It can sift through massive amounts of data that would take humans years to analyze,
Yeah.
identifying patterns and insights that might otherwise be missed.
So it's like having an army of AI detectives working tirelessly to protect wildlife.
I love that analogy.
Okay, let's talk about climate change. You mentioned in your notes that you were particularly interested in this. Are there any AI solutions out there that are already making a real difference?
Absolutely. One exciting area is using AI to enhance climate models,
Okay.
making them even more accurate.
Uh-huh.
Scientists at the National Center for Atmospheric Research are using AI to create sophisticated simulations of Earth's climate system,
Okay.
which helps us understand how the climate is changing
Uh-huh.
and predict future impacts with greater precision.
So it's like AI is giving us a clearer roadmap for navigating the challenges of climate change.
Precisely. And AI goes beyond just prediction.
Okay.
It's being used to develop more effective strategies for mitigating climate change as well.
Okay, so give me an example.
For example, there's a company called Climate AI
Okay.
that uses AI to help businesses assess their climate risks and develop plans to reduce their carbon footprint.
So AI isn't just helping us understand climate change, it's also empowering us to take action.
It is.
Yeah.
And, it's not just corporations that can benefit from AI-powered climate solutions.
Right.
There are now apps that use AI to track your personal carbon footprint
Okay.
and suggest ways to reduce your impact.
So now we can all have an AI sustainability coach in our pockets.
Exactly.
Okay, I love Now let's talk about food again. Are there any real-world examples of AI being used to grow food more sustainably?
Definitely. There's this innovative startup in India called Cropin
Okay.
that's using AI to empower farmers.
Uh-huh.
Their AI-powered platform analyzes data from satellites, weather stations, and even soil sensors
Wow.
to give farmers personalized recommendations
Okay.
tailored to their specific location and crops.
So it's like having an AI agricultural advisor right there in the field.
You got it, and the results are impressive.
Uh.
Farmers who are using Cropin have reported increased yields,
Okay.
reduced water and fertilizer use,
Uh-huh.
and even lower crop losses.
It's amazing how AI can make such a tangible difference in the lives of real people.
It is.
Now, you mentioned in your notes that you were particularly interested in how AI can help us manage waste more effectively.
Yes.
What are some of the most innovative solutions out there?
One company that's really pushing the boundaries is AMP Robotics.
Okay.
They've developed robots that can sort through mixed recyclables with incredible speed and accuracy,
Wow.
identifying different types of plastics, metals, and paper.
So no more standing over the recycling bin trying to figure out what goes where.
Exactly.
That's a huge relief.
These AI-powered robots can sort materials much faster and more efficiently than humans,
Okay.
which boosts recycling rates
Uh-huh.
and reduces the amount of waste that ends up in landfills.
That's a game changer.
It is a game changer for the recycling industry.
And it's not just about sorting. I read that AI is also being used to optimize those big rumbling garbage trucks.
Right? There's a company called Routeware that uses AI to create smarter garbage collection routes.
Okay.
Theirs takes into account things like traffic patterns, bin fullness, and even weather conditions
Wow.
to make sure the trucks are taking the most efficient routes possible.
So AI is making garbage collection smarter and greener.
Exactly. It's all about finding those innovative solutions.
I'm telling you, I never thought I'd be so fascinated by trash.
And speaking of innovation, let's not forget about water.
Oh,
Remember that water scarcity issue you mentioned?
yeah.
There's a company called Utilus that's using AI to detect leaks in those underground water pipes we never think about until they burst.
Okay.
They actually use satellite imagery and AI algorithms
Wow.
to identify subtle changes in the ground that indicate a leak.
Wait, they can see leaks from space.
It's incredible, right?
That's mind-blowing.
And it's incredibly effective. Utilus has helped cities all over the world save millions of gallons of water
Wow.
by detecting and repairing leaks that might have gone unnoticed for months or even years.
Talk about a water-saving superhero.
Yeah.
It's amazing how AI can solve problems that might seem impossible at first glance. What about making transportation itself more sustainable? Are there any examples that are particularly inspiring?
One of the most impressive examples is happening in Singapore,
Okay.
where they're using AI to manage traffic flow across the entire city.
Wow, the whole city.
Their AI-powered system analyzes data from traffic cameras,
Yeah.
GPS devices, and even social media
Uh-huh.
to predict and manage congestion in real time,
Okay.
which has led to significant reductions in travel times and emissions.
So it's like having an AI traffic conductor keeping everything moving smoothly.
Exactly.
That sounds amazing.
And AI isn't just focused on cars.
Right.
It's also being used to make public transportation more efficient and appealing.
Uh-huh.
Think about those apps that use AI to provide real-time information on bus and train schedules,
Yeah.
optimize routes, and even predict crowding levels so you can avoid those jam-packed rush hour trains.
So helpful, it takes all the guesswork out of using public transportation.
Exactly.
Okay.
Making it a more attractive option, especially for people who might otherwise drive.
Right, less cars on the road?
Exactly. When more people opt for public transportation,
Yeah.
it means fewer cars on the road, less traffic congestion, and ultimately lower emissions.
It's a win for everyone.
It is.
Speaking of wins, you mentioned in your notes that you were really intrigued by the idea of sustainable cities. I have to admit that's an area I'm really fascinated by as well. What are some of the coolest examples of AI being used to make cities more environmentally friendly?
Copenhagen's a great example.
Okay.
They're using AI to manage their energy grid
Okay.
and optimize energy consumption across the entire city.
The whole city.
Their AI-powered system can predict energy demand, adjust energy production from renewable sources like wind and solar,
Uh-huh.
and even control energy storage systems.
So they've created an AI brain for the city's entire energy system?
It's exact.
That's wild.
And Copenhagen is well on its way to becoming carbon neutral by 2025,
Wow.
thanks in part to its innovative use of AI.
That's such an inspiring example. It shows how AI can be used to create a more sustainable future for entire cities and communities.
It does.
But I have to ask, with all this amazing progress, are there any downsides to consider? I mean, AI isn't perfect, right?
That's a great question and a perfect segue into the next part of our deep dive.
Okay.
While the potential of AI for sustainability is incredible,
Uh-huh.
it's important to be mindful of its limitations
Yeah.
and ensure that we use this powerful technology responsibly.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
Exploring all these amazing ways AI is already being used to tackle some of the toughest challenges facing our planet.
Uh-huh.
But as with any powerful technology, there are important questions to consider. Yeah, we've been on quite a journey exploring this incredible potential of AI for a greener future.
We have.
But as with any powerful tool, we need to use it wisely. So what are some of the things we need to kind of watch out for?
Well, one thing to consider is the energy consumption of AI itself.
Oh, okay.
Training these complex algorithms
Mm-hmm.
requires a lot of computing power, which translates to, energy use.
Sure.
So it's important to make sure that the benefits of using AI for sustainability
Right.
outweigh the energy costs of running those systems.
So it's about finding that sweet spot where AI is actually helping us reduce our overall environmental impact, not adding to it.
Exactly. It's also important to remember that AI is a tool.
Right.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for, less than ideal purposes.
Yeah.
So we need to ensure that AI is developed and deployed ethically
Uh-huh.
with a focus on fairness and inclusivity.
So it's about making sure that AI is used to benefit everyone, not just a select few.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And speaking of benefits,
Yeah.
let's talk about accessibility.
Okay.
Not everyone has equal access to AI technology
Mm-hmm.
or the expertise to develop and use it. So we need to make sure that AI is democratized so that communities around the world
Yeah.
can harness its power to address their own unique environmental challenges.
It sounds like open data and open source AI tools could play a big role in that.
Absolutely. The more we can share knowledge and resources,
Yeah.
the more we can empower people everywhere to use AI for good.
So we've talked about the importance of responsible AI development, ethical considerations, accessibility, but what about the role of individuals?
Mm-hmm.
What can we do to make sure AI is used for good in this fight for a healthier planet?
For starters, we can stay informed about AI and its potential impacts, both positive and negative.
Okay.
The more we understand about this technology, the better equipped we'll be to advocate for its responsible use.
Knowledge is power.
Exactly. We can also support organizations that are using AI to address environmental challenges.
Okay.
There's so many amazing nonprofits, research institutions, and even companies out there that are dedicated to using AI for a greener future.
Wow.
We can vote with our wallets and support those who are aligning their actions with our values.
So it's about making conscious choices
Yes,
and using our purchasing power to drive positive change.
precisely. And we can also raise our voices and hold those in power accountable.
Okay.
We can urge our elected officials and business leaders
Yeah.
to prioritize ethical AI development and to invest in solutions that benefit both people and the planet.
So it's about making our voices heard
It is.
and using our collective power to shape a future where AI is a force for good.
Exactly. The future of AI is ultimately in our hands.
Wow.
By engaging in these conversations, making informed choices,
Uh-huh.
and advocating for a responsible and equitable approach to AI development, we can help ensure that this powerful technology is used to create a more sustainable and just world for all.
Well said. It's been an incredible deep dive into the world of AI and environmental sustainability.
It has been.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights and your expertise.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And to our listeners, we hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity and inspired you to think about all the amazing possibilities of AI for a greener future. It's a complex topic with a lot to consider, but one thing is clear. AI has the potential to revolutionize how we approach environmental challenges and create a healthier planet for generations to come. Thanks for joining us today.